All right, so we're here at our first monument. We've made it to Gettysburg. Well guys, we made it to Harrisonburg, Pennsylvania. It's been a long day. We went to Five Guys. I don't know if you can see it over there. Pretty delicious. Got the new beast next to us. And we're gonna head about another 35 miles or so. Get a workout into Anytime Fitness, a shower, and probably crash at Cracker Barrel. So we're not gonna make it all the way to Gettysburg, but it gives us a short drive in the morning. So catch you guys in the morning, because I think after this workout we're gonna go to sleep. Good morning from a Cracker Barrel parking lot.
I feel like we say that a lot.
About an hour and a half from Gettysburg. We decided to cut it short yesterday. We were all pretty tired. It was a long day. So, you know, where we left you last, we were at Five Guys, just enjoyed some burgers. Came over here, went to Anytime Fitness, little workout, shower, then popped up just down the road to Cracker Barrel. So, waiting for Danny to get ready, and then we're gonna hop in, get some breakfast at Cracker Barrel, because of course, you gotta support Cracker Barrel if they're letting you stay here. So. You know, if you're not doing that, please do it. Go in and even buy, you know,
buy something in the
store, just a couple drinks or something, or get a coffee to go. We prefer to just get a whole meal because it's delicious and cheap. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna head up to Gettysburg, where we will enjoy some history of the Civil War. Maybe some haunted stories. We'll see what we can get into.
Detour, and we're on a mini road. Like, this is one side of the road as two lanes.
This is wide right here compared to what it just was before we picked up the camera. We had to take a detour because we weren't sure if Danny's beast was going to fit through the...
It says it would fit, but he only had 3 inches to spare, so...
When you're out here, you don't know if you really want to trust a sign in the backwoods of Pennsylvania.
Nope.
Because it may not actually be 10.5 feet like it said.
And he's got a brand new storyteller.
So we finished the detour, and we're about 13 miles out of Gettysburg, and then we're going to take you guys along on an awesome battlefield tour. We're going to do a self-tour, drivable, can get out, walk. Alright, so we're here at our first monument. We've made it to Gettysburg, and like we said, we are actually doing a guided auto tour, and it's really cool. Brittany found it.
It's by Action Tour Guide, $10.
So $10, Action Tour Guide, and like everybody's using it. So you can see there's a bunch of cars down there. Everybody's using it, and we're here. This sign's for Ibbeton's Brigade, and it's actually the Army of Northern Virginia. And then we have Robertson's Brigade. So this is the 4th and 5th North Carolina Cavalry. And then Jones's Brigade right here. And it has a bunch of history. I'm not gonna say it to all you guys, but this is a very good guided tour. Tells you where to turn, everything, directions. Really, really good. But I'll give you an example. July 1st, this is for Robertson's Brigade. the brigade crossed the Potomac at Williamsport, Maryland, and marched to Greencastle, Pennsylvania. July 2nd, marched from Greencastle, PA to Chambersburg. So it gives a whole time frame. So I recommend coming to Gettysburg, doing this audio tour, because this is a lot of detail and tells you right where to stop. All the important points, and you can stop along the way and it automatically pauses. So here behind me is the McPherson barn. It's the only last remaining remnants right here that is true to the time period. It was used as, from both sides, the Confederate and the Union, as a hospital. That barn over there. You know what, guys? Let's see if there's any cars. Oh, take you up the ladder. So now you got a better view. That is the McPherson barn. So here behind me is McPherson Bridge. And this area is where the Confederates suffered a really bad loss on the first day of battle. They decided they were going to jump down in here, kind of shoot back, have protection at the Union soldiers. They didn't realize this is a railroad cut. Very steep, very deep. Walking over here so I can show you guys. They weren't getting out and they couldn't shoot over because it was too tall and steep on the sides, which you guys will see here right now. So if you look down there, it's a railroad cut right through stone, and you're talking 15 plus feet walls. Confederate soldiers could not shoot out of there. They suffered huge losses. Just not a good day for them. Thankful for this country, you know. Worked out for the Union soldiers and for the United States in general. But Robert E. Lee, Confederate Army, suffered bad losses that first day right here on McPherson Bridge. So here we have a sign outside the window, and then right in this spot, in a single blast, 500 people killed, Confederate soldiers killed. Alfred Iverson was the one leading them that day. He was the general for the Confederates for that brigade, and in one day he lost 900 soldiers.
903.
903, Brittany says to be exact, right in this spot. So what is now a beautiful cornfield wasn't so beautiful that day.
This, behind us, is the Eternal Light Peace Memorial, which has something to do with the reunification.
Alright, I'm going to take over. So this right here is erected following the battle, actually following the war. And it has stone from Alabama and Maine, and that is meant to basically represent the reunification of the country and a time of peace. So let's go take a closer look. So right here, actually some information if you guys want to pause the video. There you go. July 3rd, 1938, over 250,000 veterans gathered here for the dedication. It was Franklin Roosevelt that was here, and they kind of gathered to celebrate peace.
Alright, we stopped at the next point. It's the Oak Ridge Observation Tower. Let's go. What a view from the top. Absolutely beautiful. Even though it is absolutely freezing outside today. I'm not used to this weather. Neil's not up here right now. I'm calling him out. He's in there eating. Oh, you're down there? Oh wait, I found him. He already ate that fast. You look pretty small down there.
1 mile. 5:30 times 8. So this statue right here, it's a real beautiful statue. It represents the 11th Pennsylvania Infantry, but there's something really special about this. It has a pit bull down here at the bottom. Pit bull's name was Sally. She was kind of the mascot for the 11th Pennsylvania Infantry, and she actually was out there right in battle with them. I mean, she fought alongside the men there, well, here in Gettysburg, so that's pretty incredible. So they actually erected this for her and for the men of the 11th Infantry of Pennsylvania. She did die later on in battle, and a little interesting piece of history is the men there actually went across the battlefield, bullets flying, and rescued her. Well, didn't rescue her, she was already unfortunately passed away, killed in battle, but they picked her body up because they wanted to give her a proper burial. Thought that was a pretty incredible story. So behind me here, well, I guess underneath me, is Seminary Hill. Here, 9,000 Union troops died, 6,000 Confederate troops died. Very bloody battle right here. I'm kind of just speechless, to be honest with you guys. I love Gettysburg. I've been here before, but this was actually closed, the whole battlefield. It was during the federal government shutdown. So I was able to go to the downtown, but not here. And this is just incredible. I mean, the history here and all the men that died. It's just really insane when you're here. So behind me here, we have a statue that is dedicated to the men that were from North Carolina, fought for the Confederacy. But a little fact is, I don't know if you guys can see that down there, 1 in every 4 Confederate soldiers that fell here at the Battle of Gettysburg was from North Carolina. Oh, North Carolina had it rough. And then Danny, that's with us, just brought up another interesting fact, that 400,000 men that died here actually died from like infections and such. So that's a crazy stat. Looking out here, you can see these fields. They look, probably to you guys, pretty flat. There's actually a bunch of knolls. A lot of up and downs, a lot of hills. So this is where these men fought. It's pretty rough terrain, believe it or not. I'm going to take you guys along now to the memorial to the men that fought for Tennessee. Like I said, this field right here, it looks pretty flat, but it is nothing but knolls, hills. So a lot of guys, you know, suffered injuries just from the terrain. And out of around 600,000 men that died here, 400,000 were from infections, you know, is what they believe. You know, we're talking infections from wounds suffered from being shot with, you know, unsanitary muskets and things like that. but also something as simple as right here, this root, tripping, scraping your knee, getting a bad infection. These men died from that. It's just mind-blowing to think about.
Secrets are hard to keep. Sunset and golden.
So I apologize for the noise, but they are doing some preservation work here. This is the memorial to the men of Virginia State. One of the largest, of course. You have General Lee on the top, looking out. And interesting fact, Virginia actually had the largest contingent of soldiers during the battle here at Gettysburg. So they had the largest contingent of soldiers that made up the Confederacy. I didn't know that, but that is why they have the largest statue. So there you go. This memorial behind me is for the men that fought for Louisiana. As you guys can see, it's a pretty elegant and elaborate monument for sure. And we do actually have an original house over here. Walk over and take a look, along with a memorial to the men that fought for Mississippi.
Heartbeat. Hidden secrets are hard to keep. He's still waiting, holding on.
So this is the Sherfy house, and right here is actually where, you guys look behind me, the statue to Mississippi, the memorial to them. This is where they stood waiting on General Longstreet's orders to join the battle here at Little Round Top. They stood waiting and waiting, and finally at 6 p.m. they received their orders that they could join. So Barksdale's brigade, and then also the Wolford's Georgia brigade finally joined up right over there and fought alongside their fellow Confederate soldiers. It's quite the view here though. And as I said, that's the Sherfy farm, Sherfy house, beautifully restored. So right here is the Trussell farm, and as you can see as I walk this way over here, let me zoom in for you guys. Right up there, I'm not sure if, right there is a hole from a cannonball. And like many during that time, they tried to get the government to pay for it. And nope, nobody would. Union or Confederate would push the blame on the other side and not pay for the damages. So they had extensive damage here. But it's quite incredible that it's still standing. The barn and the home over there. And if you guys are interested and you're here in Gettysburg, actually looking at the unexploded cannonball that went through over there, you can actually see it at the museum here. So recommend going to check that out. So right now we're parked next to the New York State Auxiliary Monument. It's a little cold outside, so warming up. It is low 50s today here in Gettysburg.
Cold.
Slightly chilly. So here behind us is the largest monument in all of Gettysburg. This is the monument dedicated to the men of Pennsylvania. There at the top, you have Nike. It's the goddess of victory, I believe. And peace. And it's actually the whole statue up there, not the monument, just the statue. is actually melted cannonballs from the battle. That is quite incredible. I'm gonna take you guys over there. So that, I'm out of breath, is a lot of stairs. Spiral staircase here that leads to the top to a great viewing point. So now we are outside at the viewing point. I'm still out of breath, but look at this view. It's just incredible. You can see the vans over here in the distance. This is high up. And let's look it out over Gettysburg. And all around you have these little plaques with arrows. And it has distances to important points around Gettysburg. So over here you have the McPherson Farm, just over 2 miles away. Reynolds Woods, 2 miles. The van's all alone down there. Well, everybody, we actually have to call our trip to Gettysburg for today, but we'll be back to finish this up. A little round top. A few other areas are closed right now for restoration. Looks like for like 18 months, so that really sucks because that's kind of one of the most important and coolest spots for sure. But we'll be back to finish this. We have our marking. We're at the Pennsylvania Monument. So we're gonna come back, start from here, finish it up.
Yep. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to our channel already and drop a comment below. Have you been to Gettysburg and checked this out? Because it is awesome. We will see you guys on the next video.
See you next time.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see